Hi guys, I really wanted to show you the steps that I take when I want to get a really pretty glowing complexion. I think Dewy Skin goes beautifully with any kind of smoky eye look, or even if you're not wearing a lot of other makeup and you're just wearing some foundation, luminous skin is really like the best accessory that you can have. I recently did upload an updated foundation routine, and in that video I did use a lot of the same products and explain them more in depth, so I want to kind of focus on the new things that I'm doing in this video. So, you know, if you're curious about the products and why I like them and how I use them and things like that, you might want to refer to the foundation routine that I just uploaded. So I'll provide a link for that below too. But anyways, I'm just going to jump right into it and get started. Okay, the first thing that I always do if I want to add a little bit of extra glow to my skin is make sure that I exfoliate before I apply moisturizer or any kind of makeup or anything like that. My favorite product for this is the St. Ives Green Tea Scrub. It really polishes your skin, gives you a lot of extra luminosity. And then of course I'll add a moisturizer, a Vino Ultra Calming Daily Moisturizer, and this helps with redness and whatnot. I'm just going to apply a primer. I'm really loving this, the Makeup Forever HD primer. It is amazing. Smoothing that over my skin. If you're looking to get a little bit of all over luminosity, a really great way is to use a tinted moisturizer, or you can mix your own by mixing your favorite liquid foundation with a little bit of moisturizer. I really like to do that. I do that a lot actually. You can also mix a liquid luminizer with your liquid foundation. I really like all of those methods. They work really well, but something that I've been doing lately that I think gives you a really, really great finish is to apply your foundations with a damp sponge. And this is just one of those cosmetic wedges that you can get at any drugstore, really. I don't remember the brand name offhand, but you know, I mean, you can find these anywhere. They're just those little makeup sponges. So what I'm going to do is put a little bit of my foundation, my liquid foundation, onto the back of my hands. I'm using a combination of the Makeup Forever HD foundation and Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. And then you want to take your damp sponge that you've squeezed out so there's no excess water in there. So then you get a little bit of the product on your sponge and start pressing it into your skin, and you want to start in the centermost part of your face. Normally I'm not a fan of using makeup sponges. If you're using them with liquid foundation anyways, they really absorb a lot of your makeup, and I feel like that can be wasteful sometimes. But with a sponge that's already has some moisture in it, it's not going to absorb all of your makeup, and you're going to get this really pretty glowy finish. I'm trying my best not to rub the foundation in or blend it in too much, because if you over blend you might lose some of the moisture. That's why I'm kind of pressing it into my skin. The finish when you use a damp sponge is just much dewier, and it's really, really natural looking and really pretty. So now's the time when I would conceal any blemishes. I actually use a pointed precision detail brush from Coastal Scents for this, and of course my MAC Studio Finish Concealer. This is the Makeup Forever HD powder, and it really does keep your skin looking nice and bright. I'm patting that into my T-zone and then sweeping whatever is left over the rest of my face. So if you've joined me in my fight waging war against under eye circles, you know that my latest ammunition is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Eye Brightener. Patting that on and blending it in with my ring finger. Then using my powder flash from Benefit, just press it into your under eye area lightly to start off like that, and then you can sweep the excess down onto your face. Okay, so now that we have our complexion and everything evened out, we want to get to the highlighting process, but before I do that, I'm just going to do my cheek color. A shimmery blush goes really, really great with Dewy Skin. Cream blush that has shimmer in it, or you can use a powder. I'm actually using a non-shimmer cream blush first, and then sweeping a shimmery blush on top. So it's basically the same thing. The cream blush I'm using is the Makeup Forever HD blush, and this is in the color, it's number 6, but I believe the color is Quickie, and it's a really pretty salmon pink. Now I'm taking my Sigma Round Top Kabuki F80, I can never remember the numbers, F82. And the reason that I think a cream blush looks so beautiful, it just kind of gives you like a second skin look, so it really looks like your own skin. And the blush I'm using is one of my favorites. It's the Lancome Blush Subtil Shimmer Mandarin Sky. This blush just gives you the most, it's like an undescribable glow. If you've kind of overdone it on your blush and you need to tone anything down, you can sweep some more loose powder over the inside edges and the bottom edges. So now that our cheek color is done, I can highlight the highest points of my face, and you can use a powder highlighter, cream highlighter, or you can use a liquid luminizer like I'm going to. And this is just a sample size of the Benefit High Beam. You just want to emphasize a few spots so that you get the effect of dewy skin, but your skin doesn't look greasy or shiny or anything like that. So the first place I usually start is actually my nose. Basically, I like to touch my highlighter to the spot where your glasses would rest if you're wearing glasses, so it's right between your eyes basically. And I just blend this in with my finger. And then I trace a small dash along the bridge of my nose and blend that in. If your skin were like so super moisturized, you would notice that light would really reflect from the end of your nose. So what I do to kind of mimic that appearance, trace a V shape on the end of my nose. You can kind of see how highlighting certain spots gives you the appearance of dewy skin, but you don't want to highlight all over the place because then you're just going to have an all over shiny nose and nobody wants that. So take a little bit more and trace over my Cupid's bow, and then I apply a little bit to the center of my chin. Then I really like to trace the outer corners of my eyes, so basically just like that. And that's really going to accent your cheekbone. Make sure you blend as quickly as possible just by dabbing. Again, you don't want to over rub and remove some of that luminosity, but you don't want to be able to see the edge of your highlighter products, because when the sun hits your face in natural daylight, that's going to become really, really obvious if you haven't blended out the edges of your highlighter. And the last place that I like to highlight is right above the arch in my eyebrow, right here. Blend it in, kind of like the side of your forehead and your temple area. Okay, so you're probably wondering what's going on here. I don't really know. I totally forgot. I guess I either cut it out or I forgot to even film it to begin with, but somehow the ending to this video went missing. I know, this is like really ridiculous, but I thought that just cutting off the video and ending it without like saying goodbye would be even weirder than this. So yeah, basically I just want to really quickly mention that I have a bunch of links for related videos of all different kinds in the info box. So if you have a question about something, you might want to check one of those videos first, because I really do have like a bunch. And of course, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed this glowy, dewy foundation routine, and I'll talk to you soon.